A huge issue, as you say, Stacey. So one of our local lawmakers, Senator Jeff Brandes, wanted Governor DeSantis to call that special session. So today at a news conference, the governor was asked if he had plans to do that, and he said that he would welcome it, but he did not say that he would be the one to take the lead here, that he would issue a directive to make that happen.
So if the governor doesn't take the lead, I understand lawmakers themselves could call a special session. I'm not very familiar with that process, but do you think that's something that could realistically happen?
Well, that's something that many homeowners hope is going to happen. So my understanding is that the Speaker of the House and the Senate President can issue a joint call for a special session. A week or so ago, Senate President Wilson Simpson said that there's a possibility that that could happen. I reached out to his office today, but they are not giving any further comments. And we are still waiting to hear back from the Speaker of the House to get him on the record, because my understanding is, Stacey, that they would both have to agree to do that if the governor takes a back seat here.
Because even if lawmakers take action, it takes time for those changes to take place. In the meantime, people are getting these high bills. And I know when you did this story on Friday, you were even overwhelmed by the response. How many people are dealing with these big jumps and big bills they weren't expecting? You talked to some of them today?
Yeah, we did talk to some of them. And as you said, Stacey, even if they take action right now, it can take more than a year before people are actually going to see the impact of that. I did get more than 100 emails, and that is just to my personal email account. I'm not talking about that 8 on your side call line that we also have. As you said, people are hurting. Some tell me that the rates are increasing by 25 to 60%. Other people are just losing their coverage altogether, and they are scrambling to find another policy. As you said, I was in St. Beach today talking with one homeowner. I'm going to tell you what he had to say. He's retired his story, the rate increase that he is facing. That's coming up at 6, and I also hope to have an update about whether lawmakers are actually going to do something and have a special session to address what is being called a crisis.